So yeah, I was writing some code and I just think that if I describe what I am doing while writing code, I guess I will do it better. That way I started this video. This video isn't proposed to be a good video. That just for learning how to make a video. That way don't put your blame on me for this video. Uh, Anyways, let's return where we was. Uh, so I guess I completed the vector to float class. Yes. Then the bounding box thing. I mean, probably I will never use that. Never. Uh, no, I will use that. Let's add this bounding box. Box. So I name it quite short because why not? And by the way, let's add the float yield or h. That's better. So simply, I'm sorry for hitting the microphone, but I do it. Anyways, so simply I made these variables for, you know, storing the health, etc. Position, velocity, size, bounding box, health. Bounding box isn't that necessary, right? Actually, bounding box can be generated when only it is necessary. Let's make it by a way. Uh, by the way, I guess I will change this instead of making a new one. C for center, S for size, C x minus S dot x. This will be right instead of top. Uh, C dot x plus S dot x. I will probably not use it, but anyways, will I use it? Maybe. Goodbye to. Let's make the same thing for that. This will be y. Bottom c dot y plus size dot y, because uh, while drawing the y coordinate is reversed that way. Anyway, so this is the bounding box. We can check, is it collided by now? Should I create a bounding box? You know what? I will change these two, and by the way, no, I won't. No, they will stay the same. this function will not be used in a long time. That way I will not do that. Boolean. This is the function that will be necessary, that will use it, I mean. Is bonds collided? I don't want to use the shift key while writing this. Actually, it's not a trouble, yeah, because this won't be used a lot frequently. And let's add this. Bounding box equals new bounding box and position as center, size, amplify, float 2.f. Nice. So this is the code, and other bounding box. Nice. Now bb dot is, I mean, first return bb dot is collided. I'll be right. Yes, that's simple. So this is a lot easier check. This check is a lot easier and faster than this call calculation, because this amplitude, let me show you. Amplitude, let's name it get amplitude because it gets the amplitude. uh, this amplitude removes the amplitude by dividing it to the amplitude. Anyways, amplitude uses the math squared function, which is a really slow function. That's why we might won't want to use it a lot. And also this distance to function uses it too, which is not the best thing. Why I made this function? Why? I will never use this function. Let's remove it. Anyways, so these are our functions. Let's pass the get keyword over here. This tends to, actually I can put get before than this too, but should I? No. By the way, I guess I can do this and it will be a lot more better for our case. Return this. So we can chain the functions. It helps to that, only that. Anyways, distance to this amplitude, and copy this. So simple. Okay, we handled the uh, I have created the vector2.f, I mean vector2f. uh, but, but it should be abstract, I guess. No, it has not. uh, this should be abstract. Array guest entity instances. This is the game engine, by the way. That way I make this. Let's add this here. Array list. Import array list. By the way, don't use this, you know, dot dot underscore. What was the name? Asterisk. Don't use dot asterisk. Then you cannot know what you are using. It is not that good. Instant. By the way, did I misspell it? Let's look at if it is. Inst S and the A. Simple, right? Ah, new. I forgot the new keyword. Public void update. I guess I didn't. Yes, let's make this edit engine. By the way, I guess I forgot the abstract keyword. I cannot see my misspell. Let's make it draw to just for making the functions both same length. For now I will don't do this abstract because I don't want it. Anyways, for int I equals 0, I not equals instances dot size. I plus plus. Then let's open the code block. Then target dot fill oval. Yeah, I will just fill an oval. By the way, I guess I can do this and current get, yes, current. I mostly use core instead of current. Core dot let's cast it to the int and call current C because it's shorter. By the way, I forgot the function. What was it? Fill all xy with height. Yes. I guess I had to put this in parentheses too. Let's do that. Yes. This won't be x, this will be y, and this will be y. So it is just for shifting the position, you know. Then here comes the actual parts. This is x, remove whatever left. And this is y. Okay, so for now this is that. I do not care about drawing for now. Let's compress the code because I don't like using my mouse to move around. It's not that fun. Yeah. So that's all for now. Yes, do that. Then and t player equals new and t. That's all it is. By the way, I guess it's a good practice to make a what was it called? I do not remember. Anyways, a constructor for entities, right? And let's make our constructor then. This can be decreased to one line like that. Anyways, and t wedge to f vect 2F isn't the right name. Position. Let's name it position. Yes, that's all it is. I mean, obviously, we removed the default constructed with this piece of code. It is not funny, but it is necessary. I remembered it. So let's uh, write as, let's do that then. X equals 0 dot f, y equals 0 dot f. So that's all it is. C# is better because of the operator overloading. Thanks to operator overloading, we won't need to use these functions. I mean, we will have to create these functions, but it will be easier. We will use operators, but I don't plan to sell my soul to the Windows. That's why I use Java. It's just a sip of coffee. I love coffee, boys. It keeps me awake. Okay, other variables. Let's float unit size. It should be public too, because always public is better. 48.f, but I guess I won't need to make it a float. Let's make it a short, because why not? Public short unit size. 48 is a great number. Public short panel act 6600, because usually I use 6000, but it is quite small. That's why I increase it a little. Let's copy this name. Panel width 88. Yeah, yes. Unit size is right. And what's remaining? Yes, the play. Hmm. I guess I will have to make the paint function. Ah, I remembered. Uh, array list. What was the name? Entity type, yes. Entity type. T. Is it some entities? Yes, not entity type, entities. Let's copy this. Have more sips of coffee. Coffee. Actually, it's not necessary to have an array list. We can make it an array. So, what type of entities we have? A player isn't considered inside of here. That's why probably enemies, bullets, explosions. 3. Yes, 3 is enough. I have finished my coffee. Sad. Anyways, so first one of the entities set is enemies. That's why, and enemies below player. By the way, let's add the paint method. Public void paint grab x dot g. Yes, is it that function? Yes, it is that function. I made it right. Okay, then grab x to the target equals casting operator we use, then g. Nice. Now entity sets 0 dot draw to, yes, this, yeah, this is fine. By the way, I need to set the target's color to target dot set color. I hate what's the name, encapsulation. This is really unnecessary. New color. I want the enemies to be red. Yeah, let's import the color. Yes, that's grid. Now let's paint our player. Player should be green, right? Fits for the player. So let's remove it. 0. target dot fill oval player p. I really need to add a draw to operator for the entities. I really need it. By the way, since I'm using unit size, I probably don't need this size. No, I need. I remember it. Yes, I do need it. Oh, I forgot that I need to add one more little thing. Public ILED engine owner, and let's add this property to parameter to, and let's name it of owner. This is necessary. Yes, copy and paste that. But this is velocity. But in the perspective of size, it is quite a little different. We made it like that. S of dot unit size of dot unit size. Yes. Actually, we should be able to create this like that. Why I cannot? I should have a constructor with. Anyways, let's float. A short can easily be casted to a float. That's why I make this. Unit size is not the thing. So I call it simply O. Yes. X equals O. Y equals O. Simple. Yes. Same applies over here. Yes. This is fine. By the way, I need to do this. Owner should be passed always, because it will always be necessary. This science and while grabbing, size will be multiplied with unit size. Let's add the draw to function. Draw to. I guess I will remove it too, because uh, keeping a pointer is a little too big. Let's remove this part. I guess I will pass it as an argument when it is necessary. Remove this. Uh, X to the target. This is fine. Target dot fill oval. I can do this. I also can do the thing that draw X or something like that. Float dx return p dot x over minus s dot x over 2 dot f, just for making it better. Let's copy this and make this. This is dy y simple. By the way, I guess I should multiply it with the unit size, but let's do it in the target. So I can just use c dot get dx. I forgot to press the dot key. Yes. Since I have this function, this is single, I can just do this. Same to here, just I will change it to y. Player dot get dx. Get dy. Definitions are not panel width. Player dot size. This should be 1 dot f. Same applies to here, 1 dot f. Since we have those, we won't need this. So there, let's remove this error, get rid of this. Dot x, the same, but you know, dot dot y. Yes, this is simple. Why it doesn't work? Yes, floats. Yeah, floats. Control C, Control V. We will argue. Yes, this is fine. I like it. Then the bullets, because bullets will be above. I mean explosions. Explosions actually should be red. That's then I guess I will make the enemies purple. Oh, by the way, NTC sets are quite scared. That's why I guess I will put this operator to them instead. I mean, as a variable. I will put this as a variable. Let's go above. Copy that. Owner. Let's make it public because public is always better. Remove this part because we have the owner. Since we have this owner, we need to make a constructor for it. NTTS. I forgot to uppercase first letter. I guess I write the code a little ugly, but I won't change it. It is how I write the code. I mean, I will not change it. Anyways, so this is that. Now how can I create this? Strange, it didn't give an error, probably because we made an array that instantiated all of them. So public short and cnt equals 3. Let's remove this part. I'll copy that. I will also make a function called init public void init is that's all it is. Then let's do that. For int I equals I not equals tt sets dot size I remember plus plus, then just let's do this. Use this operator. Also, I guess I should carry this to over here because it may not be set. Yes, I equals new entities. This. Why we cannot instantiate that? We don't need that. This can be removed. Why we cannot do this? LED owner, LED engine owner. Why we cannot do that? This should be enough. Why it's not? Let's create an object in TTS type. Does it give an error? It gives an error. Why we cannot do that? Entity, entities. It's an abstract. I remember it. Yeah, that's why we cannot do that. We cannot. It's an abstract. That's why. So initialization will be handled in the game code, not in the engine code. That's not a trouble. Anyways, I'm giving a small break.